Good morning, everybody. This is channel to provide you basic knowledge and sound knowledge related to C programming. Every student is fear about C programming language. So this channel is started to prepare you C programming language without having any fear. So in this class we are going to learn very interesting topic, and most of the students thought that it is a tough topic, but it is very easy topic, that is called a pointer. So in this class we are going to discuss about three things: why pointers, what is a pointer, and how to work with the pointer. Now let us think about pointer. If you want to understand pointers clearly, it is better to know how the computer memory is organized. A computer memory consists of every primary memory. Every computer consists of primary memory. So what is the use of this primary memory? Primary memory is used to store program and the data related to program. And generally we say random access memory is the part of primary memory. RAM is the part of primary memory. And this primary memory, RAM, consists of number of memory locations or number of memory cells, and these memory locations have a specific address. Every memory location has a specific memory address, and these memory locations has a property. What is that property? They are able to store data. Now I have one more question: how much amount of data is stored in each and every memory location? In old computers, these memory locations are used to store 1 byte of data, but in the case of new computers, every memory location is capable of storing 2 bytes of data. So based on this, we can conclude that for a character type of data, how many memory locations are required to store the data? One memory location, because a character type of data needs 1 byte of memory location, 1 byte of memory. So therefore one memory location is enough. If I want to store the integer type of data, then how many memory locations are required? 2 memory locations are required. If I want to store the floating point variable, how many memory locations are required? 4 memory locations are required. Now we are going to see what are the areas of computer memory. So every memory, primary memory, has 3 areas, and each area is used for specific task. Those 3 areas are, namely, first one is stack, second one is heap, and the third one is global memory. Now we are going to discuss about the first one, that is called a stack. We all know about the stack. What is a stack? A stack is a fixed memory size, fixed size memory. It is used to store programs variables, and this memory is allocated by the system. How it allocates? It allocates the memory in such a fashion that from the bottom to top, it stores the elements in the bottom, and then it will come top. Bottom to top approach we follow. Now, if after storing the programs variables into stack, after the variable work is over, then system is removing the data from the stack, so that if the stack becomes empty, that empty stack will be allocated to the any other program. Now the main use of stack is used to store automatic variables. Automatic variables. What is an automatic? It is a storage class. Automatic variables within the function declaration. So the second memory area is called heap. Heap is also a fixed. Heap is also a memory block of memory. So here system allocates the block of memory, fixed block of memory to the program if program needs. How it allocates the memory? System allocates the heap memory in random manner. So it does not allocate contiguously, but it allocates in a random manner. So to allocate the heap memory in random manner, it uses the technique called dynamic memory allocation. So this dynamic memory allocation allocates the memory from the heap. In heap, what it does is, whatever the memory locations are free, it collects all free memory locations and it is added to the free list. From this free list, heap is going to allocate a block of memory to the program data. So we have seen the stack and we have seen the heap. Which one is better? Stack is faster than the heap and it is smaller than the heap and it is very expensive. All the program variables that are declared in the main block, all those variables are stored in the stack. Now coming to third one called global memory. So is this global memory is used to store the main program. It is used to store the main program and also it is used to store the global variables of a program. These are the three areas of a primary memory or a memory. First one is the stack, second one is the heap, and the third one is the global memory. Along with these three, we have other memory layouts. What are they? First one is called text segment. This segment is also called as read-only memory segment. What we are going to store? This text segment is used to store the instructions of a compiled program. Instructions of a compiled program. Once the program is compiled, what we get? We get the instructions in machine level language. Therefore, these machine level language instructions are stored in this text segment. It is also called as read-only memory segment. And coming to second one, what it is? BSS. What is BSS? Block started by a symbol. Block started by a symbol. So this area is used to store the global variables which are not declared, which are not initialized. So the global variables which are not initialized, that will be stored in the memory area called BSS. What is BSS? Block started by a symbol. And next one is shared library segment. What is the use of shared library? Whatever the shared libraries that are used by our program, those images will be stored in the shared libraries segment. Therefore, total 6 areas in the memory. What are they? Stack, heap, global memory, fourth one is text segment or read-only memory segment, fifth one is BSS, and last one is a shared library segment. So these are the information we require to understand the pointers in detail. So in the next video, we are going to see what is the pointer and how to declare a pointer variable and how to work with the pointer. All those things we are going to see in the next video. Thank you for watching.